NFL commissioner just received devastating news after he refused to stop protests. It's been a month and a half since the start of the preseason since professional football began, and the country got triple the dose of Colin Kaepernick's rhetoric that he left behind with his career. Americans are sick with what we've been force-fed from these arrogant athletes since August 9th. All that is coming to a crushing end for the NFL commissioner, who didn't care what these players were doing and thought he was in full control of the NFL. While boycotting games certainly sends a message that hurts the egos of every overpaid player, it's not enough to stop them from continuing to push their divisive messages. The NFL commissioner has been preoccupied with renewing his contract and ensuring he still gets his multi-million-dollar paycheck. That he didn't seem to want to rock the boat and risk that from happening. As the weeks went on and the protests got worse, Commissioner Roger Goodell got increasingly silent, it seemed. He had a passive approach to the problem from the start, telling fans to be patient with what players were trying to represent in these protests. Excuse me? That patience has long since run out, and now major changes have just rocked Goodell's NFL. Perhaps Goodell thought that the backlash would never get this bad, but when it did, he still didn't do anything about it. Now other people are, and every arrogant player who thought there were no consequences for their actions just got wrecked with how wrong they were. There's a lot of money to be made in NFL, and even more that can be lost if the public position is abused with offensive and constant promotion of the controversial ideas. When viewers stop watching, fewer ads are being seen, and the advertisers paying to promote an individual or an industry are realizing this is a bad investment for their brand. While players may not care about their image in this way, wise businesses do. After all, they didn't become successful enough to sponsor athletes in the NFL by making stupid decisions. A few sponsors have dropped players already, like a Denver Ford dealership did to Von Miller, and Air Academy Federal Credit Union did to Brandon Marshall, also of the Denver Broncos. However, the big blow has now hit today after information went around who the NFL sponsors are, so consumers know who to boycott. Returning the NFL's message back on the league, America's oldest suit manufacturer drops NFL ads, but that wasn't all. Conservative Post reports Cleveland, Tennessee businessman Alan Jones, who was proudly showing off his newly acquired Hardwick clothing brand suits by providing the wardrobe for NBC's on-air talent during the network's broadcast of NFL football games. But after NFL players and coaches challenged President Donald Trump, and many took a knee during the national anthem played before their games over the weekend, Jones said he is through sponsoring the wardrobes of advertising on stations that air the National Football League. Jones, the CEO of the payday lending chain Check Into Cash and owner of Hardwick Clothes, America's oldest suit maker, who is also an avid Trump supporter, tweeted his criticism of the entire NFL and cancellation plans on Tuesday, effective immediately. The businessman has removed his commercials and his funds from them from the NFL that were previously planned to air the entire season. Our companies will not condone unpatriotic behavior, said Jones, CEO of the payday lending chain Check Into Cash and owner of Hardwick Clothes, America's oldest suit maker. And there you have it. But the thing was, they didn't it's not that Goodell thought that we're going to actually ignore Trump's threats, so to speak. We're going to stand up to Trump. Well, look, this is just the beginning. This is just the tip of the iceberg, what's going to take place now. Because they went against what Trump said, and Trump was making it to be mandatory, like a rule. No. You cannot support players who have racist tendencies. That's the bottom line. You're giving people money to be racist? That's ridiculous. So that's what I feel. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. And again, thank you so much for watching.